Are you a nail biter?
No, never have been.
Well, you have us all biting our nails today. The answer to the question everyone wants to know. Jared, what is your decision?
Oh man, this is very hard. Decided to take my recap to the video format.
That was the conclusion you woke up with this morning.
Yes, that was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Why?
Well, just felt like this gave me the best chance to sleep. And not to just sleep for 2 or 3 nights in a row on a weekend, but to really get good quality sleep during the months of March and April.
How do you explain this to all the fans of the other formats, audio, telegraph, Skype?
Well, for me it was heartfelt. You know, the 7 years I spent working on that website, developing those jokes, it was everything. And, you know, for the 2 people who actually read my recaps, they watched my sense of humor slowly evolve into complete madness. But, you know, my heart will always include dumb jokes.
Well, Jared, from ESPN and from the Boys and Girls Club of America, we'd like to thank you.
Good.
All right. Welcome, March Madness fans. I'd like to introduce you to our tournament review panel. On my far left is my dad, he's being sponsored by Nike this evening, as he wants you to know. My brother-in-law, Eric, my sisters, Anna and Catherine, and me, your humble organizer. So we're going to discuss for a little bit I almost forgot our talking head, my brother Jeff, who is a graduate student at the University of Duke and has things to get off his chest.
He's the on-site correspondent.
Exactly. So we're going to go free-for-all style here. People have grievances about this tournament, and they're about to air them. We'll start with Jeff, since I almost forgot him. Jeff, do you have anything to say about Duke's first-round exit against Lehigh?
Look, I mean, I'm not going to say much. I'm just going to say that there's been a whole lot of ornithophobia going around the Duke campus recently. We've got Coach K, who's locking all his doors and windows. He's not even going outside anymore.
Jeff, is that a hawk we hear? Is that a Lehigh Mountain hawk we hear?
Down here. We've all got PTSD. I don't know what's going on.
Jeff, you better get back inside. That sounds scary. Is that why Austin Rivers is leaving for the draft?
Are we liable for this?
Austin Rivers. I had a special conversation with him after the tournament, and it was kind of weird. He just had these little pecks and scratches all over his arm, his face. And I was like, Austin, what happened? He's like, I'm never going north again.
I see.
I'm not sure what his prospects are, what his chances are in the draft, but he's just happy to be getting out. Just saying.
Well, you know, I gotta say, I have to agree with Jeff about the utter disappointment of the Duke-Lehigh matchup in the first round of the game. You know, frankly, as the author of the Mascot Challenge, the mere thought that an engineer or a mountain hawk would defeat a Blue Devil is just unheard of. Frankly, there are some matchups that happened in the first round, some upsets that I can get behind, you know? The Missouri-Norfolk upset, I mean, not really an upset. If 300 has taught us anything, it's that a Spartan can go out and defeat a wolf in the wild, it can certainly defeat a tiger, so I can get behind that. But the Duke upset, I'm not okay with it.
Now, Catherine, did you take into account rabies when you did your calculations, or was this an afterthought that may account for the fact that your predictions were utterly horrible?
Rabies? Seriously, what is this? Come on, that's just unprofessional.
This is the 21st century, but it's still an incurable disease, people.
You
Awareness.
know what? I don't know.
I see this year's tournament results seem to have driven my father to the bottle. Dad, do you have anything to say?
Well, I followed the tournament all the way through to the semifinals.
Mm.
And then I realized one important fact. I realized this ever since I was a young child. Buckeyes are useless nuts. And that, in fact, has caused me to believe that my tournament pool is lost. Why did I pick a useless nut to win in the semifinals? It was disheartening.
To
Something
think it
we're all
wasn't Jared
asking
that let him
ourselves.
down.
Yes.
Someone else who was a little bit disappointed with this tournament pool results was it Mr. Eric Martin.
Yeah, I sympathize with Jeff here, who goes to Duke, but I personally was a little bit more invested. I picked Duke for my tournament pool. And to Lehigh Valley, I would have given Frodo Baggins better chances in a wizard duel against Albus Dumbledore than I would have given the Lehigh Valley against Duke, They call him Coach K. You know what Coach K stands for? It's just stupid.
Tell me, why did you respect your wife's roots? That's what I want to know.
This is outside the scope of this television
Wait,
show.
is the wife who lost the coveted runner-up position? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Jayhawks were robbed. Brian Harvey was robbed. Beauticians everywhere. Plucking unibrows were robbed. I don't know if I can have this conversation.
Wait, can you delve a little more into detail about this plucking unibrows thing?
I'll show you. This is not okay. This is not an acceptable look.
I think Anthony
What?
Davis has made an appearance in the studio.
Read the note.
Oh, I'm sorry. It seems like we've got some outside correspondence coming in.
This just includes.
Dad, what is this information? What is this intel?
What about
Sorry, we're being talking about Hawks.
I think this might be a reshoot.